All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. The Dokkan stats. This is, of course, the website right here, which is another very good. Lately, I don't know, man, dude, time does move fast. All of a sudden, this like, damn, dude. But like within like the last year or so, we've had a couple of new great sites pop up that are constantly getting all these crazy features. I don't know. I never really dive too much into like the team builder and stuff like that. Just sort of like my way I'm building teams. I guess maybe because I'm just like so obsessive compulsive about the game. A lot of these characters like leader skills I have memorized and stuff. So it's just, I don't know. Like, it's just easy for me to just like go crazy team building in game. But maybe for a lot of people, it's not. And, you could kind of like use, like some of these like tools, right? Don't forget, obviously, the Dokkan database, which I love in particular how character kits are displayed and stuff. We use these for a lot of the breakdowns and showcases and stuff. So many great tools for the Dokkan community. I think that this is a pretty fun thing. I've kept an eye on this. This is the first time I'm making a video on this, but I feel like it's a good time to do one, right? So it's kind of just like a community tier list, and we do have, okay, so this was, yeah, we're going to take a look at this in 2 seconds, but, there's just kind of been updates of this, right? Every once in a while, right? Like, we could see right here, June 30th, look where Metal Cooler is, just laughably bad. But, there's going to be a lot of, I mean, I guess, maybe casual players would vote. I'm kind of, I guess, what's a good way to say this? Like a figurehead. I don't know. I guess in kind of like this like Western community, or maybe more so like in the English speaking community, right? And maybe, I don't know, like the French are not as high in Metal Cooler or something. I don't know that. I'm just, using that as an example. But cause this is crazy, right? Like he is just way above every other character. I probably, if I had to rank every single character in the game, I probably would put UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta at 2. But like even them in the same tier feels very like very yucky to me. It does. Like those two being in the same tier is yucky to me. So can we just, what do oh, okay. So I don't like, let me see. 6 people have him in trash. I mean, you're trolls. Be serious. Step forth. You're a troll. Right? Like, it's ridiculous. I could understand, oh my god, he failed a dodge for me. But like, bro, like, every character can lose, right? Like, it's stuff like that happen. Besides Ize Whis, who, never does. I could probably accept Z. Anything S and below on this character right now is insanity. So 549 votes. What's Metal Cooler looking like right here? Look how many. Oh my. That's hilarious. Are they out of their minds? Who did this? It's not even close, dude. Is there. Yeah, so score. Okay. So UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta 91. Metal Cooler 90.52. Again, Metal Cooler is the strongest villain in Dokkan history. Metal Cooler is within, maybe approaching the top 5 best characters of all time. So it's just like, if we keep track of this, like I kind of like might do like a video here and there, like, looking at what this community tier list looks like. And some of you have been very naughty, I could see, to vote like this shit. 3D votes? Come forth, peasant. Who did this? Okay? So let's just take a glance at the rest of this. So a lot of times people don't really understand, I think, my point, but when we're okay, if we do a tier list on LRs, I think most people's LR tier lists that I see are pretty uniform. Like, we all are kind of like seeing kind of like a similar thing. I think with TURs, it's a little bit more kind of like erratic. Like for me, like I've got Metal Cooler and then Deborah and then mini Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But like, I don't know, like someone might have AGL God Goku's like the second best TUR or something, right? Like TURs, I see huge variance in how people like these characters, look at these characters. When you add LRs and all the TURs to a list like this, it becomes very messy. And I mean, we're going to enter into a situation where it's impossible for people to agree, right? It straight up. That's what this is going to be. It's impossible for people to like we're not going to find 5 people who would make a top 30 that includes TURs and LRs, and it's going to be very similar. I don't think so. So, all right, I mean, we could just yeah, I don't know, like May. Where is this? So this is pre-Metal Cooler right here. So the first one we would click here would be June. And this is where Metal Cool. Oh my god, that's offensive to me. Wow. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I think, is way too high. All right, maybe let's just for now focus on where we are at the moment, August. And, you know, I've got all of these pulled up, right? Like these various different tweets and stuff like that that Dokkan Stats has made. Like, hey, like, you know, here's kind of like an update right here. This seems like a pretty fun system, all things considered, right? So let's take a look at this. So Majin, Vegeta, Goma, Deborah, rounding out the top 5. You know, honestly, that looks pretty good. Now, me kind of like evaluating something like this, I would do this a little differently than people. Like, you know, Deborah for me is number 4. And then some other kid comes in, well, Deborah for me is actually number 6. And so we're going to curse each other out. Like, it's close enough. Like, it really ain't that big of a deal, right? These are my personal tier lists right here that I got pulled up. The thing where something to me is like a little, like, whew, I don't know about here. We can get rid of this. I don't know about all that. I feel like Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku is way too high, right? Like, let me see here. So, in terms of LRs, where's Turles and Metal Cooler? I mean, Turles' position and Metal Cooler's position ain't really that bad. Got the Int Super Saiyan 4 is kind of just like hanging out in there as well. Mini Super Saiyan 3, yeah, like kind of like in that area-ish, I think is fine. For him, like he's definitely, you know, coming in, I think, at the 3rd TUR. At Ultimate Gohan and Gam1 look a little low to me. This is a character. We've got them here as the 4th TUR. They look a little low. There's Beerus, and here's AGL God Goku right there. Okay, not really too crazy. Oh my god, STR Whis is so underrated. Holy fuck. I mean, no one is going to jump in here and flood this up. This is crazy to me. Look at these. C, D, E? Nah, y'all can't be serious, man. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of, like, you know, like, there'd be a ton of, like, trolling in, like, these votes. What about, like, Goma? Mostly Z's. We've got some God tier. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Can I identify someone who's, like, super out of place? Yeah, you know, I don't know. Like, it's not that bad. Like, we could be looking at way worse. That maybe Int Piccolo looks like he maybe is a little low, but then again, if you use Int Piccolo, you are going to die. Right? Int Piccolo will take an L for sure. Okay, then Int UI is right there. I don't know that the performance of Beast, who's right here, what is this, 12? Cooler's 13, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's 24. I don't know that those 3 characters are, like, super different. Beast and Cooler have the same role, except for the fact that Beast Gohan's active skill, to me, clearly puts him above Cooler. I think Cooler's active skill is likely to do a lot more damage than Beast's, but Beast's gives him another tool besides just damage. Right now, both Cooler and Beast, literally all they do is damage. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta does have, like, some support going on, you know, a counter, right? Like, he has a Ki Blast counter. Like, he's got some different stuff. But Beast and Cooler are literally just damage characters. But Beast, on the active turn, he does give the KO guard to rotation, but I haven't found that to be too good. But Beast then, after firing the active skill, I mean, you could use him in slot 1 in most situations in the game. I feel like Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a little too high. Like, in my personal list, he'd probably be around 10 or something. Maybe. Yeah, I guess so. This has him at 6. I think I'd probably have him more closer to like 10. Like right around where in Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is, kind of looks good. Yeah, honestly, like if we just swap Metal Cooler and Daima Goku, I think that looks good. The blues, right? We've gotten to the point where people they hate the fuck out of the blues, man. I don't it's just like I don't see positivity about this character. It's just they've just gone on to that's what happens in sports, right? In football, right? Like Mahomes is so good for so long, like he starts to get hated just because people are tired of seeing him win, right? That's literally what happens, right? So that's the point we're at with the Blues, right? The Blues have been so good for so long. People are like they're ready for the old busted. We're done with the '90s. They want the new hot shit with the Blues. Here, I'm gonna increase the zoom. I think one notch right here. Okay, so we got that. Okay, I mean it's not the end of the world. They're right next to each other. Personally, I think Future Gohan and Trunks, I like them over Carnival Goku. My main reasoning for this is that this character has a much freer revive. Goku has really impressed me. There's been situations where I was like, oh, damn, okay, Goku's going to get blasted here. And then he just, like, fucking double digits. And I'm like, whoa, dude. I mean, maybe I'm just an idiot. I mean, I definitely am. But, like, I would say this Goku might have the most complex kit in the game. Like, I don't know. It isn't actually that complex, but it's just like so many buffs of like one time only shit. And then these are permanent and then these are not permanent, right? Like it gets really crazy, I think, with this guy's kit. And he's, definitely gone way above my expectations a couple of times. But I think Future Gohan's revive is just too free. And then once you hit his revive, then Trunks is going to have a 100% dodge turn, right? Like, to me, it's a no-brainer. I like Future Gohan above. I would say AGL Carnival Goku is definitely looking way too high for me at this point. We could certainly bump him down quite a bit. The voting spread looks good there, right? I just can't get over the gap that Metal Cooler and UI have. I mean, 2 turns of invincibility is so good, but like, wow. This shit, all these S votes, they're trolling. These are some fucking trolls right here. All these S votes that this character does not have right there. That's insane. Wait, he has 445? Oh, 370. Dude, it's not even close. Like, they have way more, like, God votes and stuff. Okay. Wait, Metal Cooler, he has 419, and how many do they have? 549. Okay. Cell Max maybe is a tad high. Let me look at some of these other TURs, right? So again, we got them, Beerus, God Goku, Hirudegarn and Dragon Fist. They're kind of like the next level down. All things considered, this I think could look a lot worse. Once we get into this range, it almost becomes very subjective based upon what you want your units to do, right? Like I don't use AJLUI Goku much. Oh my god, look at his vote spread. I don't use this guy very much, but I mean, there would be a huge difference in opinion, I would think, at this point on this guy's performance. This guy can still, have a very similar role to like some of these like very difficult to kill Realm of Gods characters. But like it's, like, do you value that much more than, I don't know, Tech Vegito, who you have to baby until the end of the fight, and then if you do it correctly, he could win you the fight, right? Vegeta and Nappa look a little low to me, I would say. I feel like they're a little low. Vegeta and Nappa. Where's King Cold? King Cold's right, just a couple of spots behind them, okay. What about Tech Pan? Tech Pan's got to be decently high. Yeah, Tech Pan looks like she's in a decent spot. There's Mini Super Saiyan 4, LR Physical Ultimate Gohan. I feel like I probably LR Physical Ultimate Gohan. I'm definitely a little bit more down on him probably than most, because like his role I think is kind of just like surplus, like Beast. LR Tech Beast is very similar to this guy, but just way better. LR Tech Beast. Like this guy was a damage dealer, right? I mean, you still can run him along with these two, which is giving you a nice core of all in the family. Yeah, Cell Max. 8th anniversary LRs to me look like they're probably in reasonable spots. I bet you, I think the community at large probably would say this character is too high. I bet it seems like most of the community hates the 8th anniversary LRs. I could certainly see it with this character right here. I just find that their condition can be a little iffy because mostly this is a slot 2 or 3 character that has to get hit 4 times to go into their standby. It's just, it's a little out of your control, right? Is the point. Whereas this character, it's you do 4 attacks and then you can go into the standby. Like it's not even close. I think this character is so good because of their defensive ability of their standby. All right, I might wrap it up here. I feel like we've looked at this a good amount. 16 votes for trash right there. What does this guy's votes look like? Yeah, like if I voted for this guy, I probably would give him like a Z or an S, something like that. Okay. Majin, Vegeta, Goma, again, they're in fine spots. I really, the top 5 looks good to me. Metal Cooler needs to be 1. But like I honestly, I would say I probably think that is the correct 5. Like that is the top 5. UI Evolution Blue Vegeta, Metal Cooler, Majin Vegeta, Goma, Deborah. That's crazy because 4 of the 5 are villains. That's nuts, dude. Yeah, villains have never been better. People are going to have like nostalgia glasses for even maybe Omega Shenron, for the Broly team, for maybe the 2022 Wicca Bloodline team. But I mean, villains are just way above what they ever have been ever right now. Because again, I think Metal Cooler is very clearly the best villain of all time. But I mean, who is he passing? Omega? As best villain of all time? Tech Broly? Carnival Tech Broly? Like, it's not, like, when we do these best unit of all time talks, it's just a bunch of Super Saiyans, basically, right? Like, STR Gogeta, Vegeta and Trunks, some people would say the 7th anniversary LRs, Kale and Caulifla, Beast Gohan, right? Like, they're all mostly just, like, Super Saiyan type characters. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna, we'll keep an eye on this here and there. Maybe we'll do another update on this after some of the GDC LRs might come out. Remember, I am kind of anticipating it could be a 6 LR celebration. So maybe halfway through GDC, we could examine, see what the tier list is looking like. I'm very excited because I think things could change very drastically with GDC. Not only a bunch of new powerful LRs, but also potentially like a meta reset, difficult content fight. So I'm very excited for that. So, Angels, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys next time.